Okay, here's the deal. We've had 3 cracks at this. This is crack number 3. We're going to see if we can actually achieve something tonight. Because, streaming the phone seems easy, but it's a pain to set up if you haven't done it before. And I've done it once. I did it last week with the phone. And, okay. But, let me just see if I can get this happening on the laptop as well, so I can actually see your comments as we go along. There it is there. Okay. Right. I can see what's happening here. There's the chat thing. All right, sweet. Righto, we're here. The goal tonight is that we're going to pull apart my carby and hit it with some brake clean and other bits and pieces. Because a bit of shit got stuck in it the other week, and that's when we found that, there was a bit of crap stuck in the needle and seat, yeah. So I've got some replacement needle and seats, which, that doesn't look like a holy one. This one says H110, this one just says 110, so I reckon. And actually, have a look at the bum of it. There's a bit different in it. Can you see that there? Yeah. Don't know. Would I put the other one in, or do I stick it out and just chuck the cheapie and see what happens? Anyway, let's unplug this and let's go take the carby off. If you're watching, say g'day. If you're not watching, that's okay. It's Friday night. I'm sure you've got other things to do. But if you're out here hanging out, that's okay. You can stink like petrol with me. Okay. Fill filter. Just do that up so it doesn't bloody fly off somewhere. It'll piss off the linkage. Spring. You come off. Actually, I'll take you off from the house. There we go. That's better. These are finger tied on compared to how I used to do them up. Oh, something's fallen over. Right. These things don't go in tight. Poles, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, come look this side. Yeah, they're in finger tight too. I've learnt nothing here needs to be torqued to 1,000,000. Come on. Ah. Right. Go like that. No one judge my plumbing. Because it's not great. Actually, you can come over here. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's give this some juice. There we go. Make sure you can see what's happening there. Beautiful. Oh, that was easy. Now we're going to start smelling like petroleum. Someone else watching this now, are they? G'day, how you going? What are you doing? Who is it? Thank you for finding us. I'll undo a fuel bowl bolt. Get rid of some of this juice. These have been on. Ah, you bastard. I didn't want to do that. I wanted it all just to come out nicely from the... Fuck's sake. I feel like I'm one of those infomercials. There's got to be a better way. There we go. Oh, that's leaking from the... Okay. Hey, Matto, what's going on? Matto, mate, we are making the place smell like fumes in here. Where are you bloody watching from? It's probably a sure sight better than what's going on here. So because it's so hard to make videos these days, Matto, I'm going live. So that way I'm kept accountable. And I can still do my jobs. People still see what's going on in the shed. And it doesn't take me 10 weeks from shooting the footage to then actually going and editing it all and putting it all together. Your laundry, big TV. Yeah, sounds good, mate. Sounds good. How's it coming through on the big TV? I've done this widescreen instead of narrow because I don't necessarily care for... That always comes off. I'm going to have to... It's okay. I'll work it out. Yeah, YouTube defaults going live to watching narrow, which is fine if you're sitting on the shithouse scrolling stuff. But I don't care for that. I care for watching this back later on the big screen. So I'm hoping it does you well. I reckon there's a bit of helicoil stuck in that, or it's just done it. Recolored it. We're not here to worry about that. Let's take the secondary fuel bowl off. Yeah, good. Oh, that's good, mate. Because when I do it from the laptop, it looks shithouse. Oh, yeah. Anyone else there wants to say good day? Jump in the chat. Otherwise, Matto and I will continue to talk rubbish. It's Friday night. I guess a lot of people are doing other stuff on Friday night than watching this crap. There we go. Oh, I need a towel. Whoops. Don't lose that. Same goes here. So, Matto, you would be familiar with the Greensboro bypass, which is where last week the car shut itself. Well, it didn't shit itself, it just ran out of, I don't know, air. I think this car be flooded. The needle, my guess is the needles and seat was sticking, and I flooded it, and I got stuck in the middle of the road just before the Grimshaw Street intersection. And yeah, had to sort of push it to the side of the road, and I eventually got it home. So I haven't yet needed a tow truck for this thing, touch wood, but yeah, I was cursing. G'day, we've got someone else there. Eric. Is that Eric? G'day, mate. How are you? Queensland. You beauty. We get to be on the same time as of, I think, tomorrow night. Daylight saving finally ends. That suits me, because it's getting dark and shit out here. Right. So, let's set the main body aside. And now we've got our bowls. Yeah, 7th. I work with a lot of Queenslanders, and it'd be nice to be on the same time zone again. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference actually, because everyone in Queensland gets up at Sparrows Fart. Do you get up at like 4 in the morning? Because that's when the sun gets up. Sun start. What do you call it? Okay. There's a little bit of crap floating in the bowl. Secondary selection. Something else I bought tonight. $4.20 every day. Nice. I bought some of these clear side screws. Now, about 10 years ago when I first had this carb, or I first fitted this carby with my mate Knackers. If you're watching Knackers, g'day, how you going? I'll put some of these things in, and it makes it a lot easier to adjust your float levels, but for whatever reason, I must have done it too tight. They kept snapping off. But this time I know I'll set my levels and then get on with life. Let me show you what's inside here, folks, and you can actually see. Just unscrew the phone so you can see. There we go. I might need a light. Let's go find a light together. Let's go for a cruise around the workshop and look for my light, which should be, yes, here. This is where I keep the lights, and it's nice where I leave stuff, or where I intend things to be, they still are. So have a squeeze. Sorry about the flicker. It is a bit of, oh, look at that. There's a whole heap of shit in there. Look at this. What's going on there? That's a bit of rubber. There is it. Oh, look at all that crap. There is a bit of crap in here, actually. Bugger me. It's the primaries. What about the old secondaries over here? Now, I refuse to take this fuel hose off if you're wondering why I'm not doing it, because it's on, it's not leaking. If you've seen my previous videos, you'll know that they gave me grief. And I'm all about keeping things simple here. So look, that looks okay, but it still looks like in the primaries there's a bit of shit stuck in there. And that is the primary, well, a primary suspect there anyway. Look at that. Oh. What is it? Bit of rub. So last week I had a metal filling stuck in the float, and I reckon it was because this is my towel of disgustingness that sits in the garage. It's got, it's full of fuel and other bits and pieces, but essentially, yeah, there you go. There's some crap in it there. When I did all my helicoiling and whatnot for the main block, I did it on that towel. So I reckon I've picked something up, or something hasn't gotten out of the thingamajiggers. Yeah, it does. But I don't know what gasket it could be, because I run these blue gaskets. Eric, unless it's a bit of chunk from the fuel hose. Oh, it could be. Hang on, where did I put it? Unless it is needle and seat gasket. That's my original needle and seat. Where did I put the bloody thing? I'll have to consult the replay now. It's gone. Bugger. I reckon you're right. I reckon that could have been needle and seat gasket. Yeah, it was roundish, so it could have just been off that. And it, ooh, hello. Looks like there's a bit of crap in there too. Ooh, what was that? This could be an interesting exercise. Right. G'day if you're just joining us. Say g'day if you're hanging around. The goal tonight is that I am literally cleaning out my fuel bowls. So it's easier to just show you what I'm doing rather than try and make a video about it. And we can hang out and talk a bit of shit. So if you're there, say g'day. And if you've watched this channel before and you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that. I mean, come on, you've got to subscribe these days. It doesn't cost you anything. Plus, you can say I'm a subscriber to Meatball Garage. How cool is that? Rather than just saying I pop along when it's convenient. I digress. You can... Let's try that. You can do what you like. Just tighten that up in there. How's that view, folks? Do you like seeing things close up? Or do you want a bit zoomed out? Because I am all for audience participation. Plug in the charge. Because I've got a bucket here. Let's try the bucket. Let's see this thing. Let's chuck it up on top of there. How does that look from up there? Oh, you can even see me bloody computer. You can see yourselves here too. How about that? And I'll just make that lock. What do you reckon? Anyway, let's start this shenanigan. Cleanish cloth. Carbon throttle body cleaner. Let's go to town. Oh, come on. Hey, there is a bit of shit in this. Has anyone else had a stuck float that's left them on the side of the road? Actually, I watched Carnage today, Street Machines Carnage, and it was nice to see that Scotty had the same sort of thing, or similar sort of float issues when he went to Chrysler's on the Murray. Oh, look at that! Can you see that sort of colour? And there's a few yeah, I'll get closer. There's a few shavings in there too, so there's a bit of shit still in a fuel bowl. You had a leaky float, like as in it had a pinhole in it, so it was filling up with fuel. What was it in, Eric? I haven't been acquainted with your vehicle of choice. Yeah, I was worried about that too, actually, if the float was actually full of juice, because my sender once, this is a new sender that I thought I was going to put my old man's Mustang, but I've had a sender once fill up of fuel, and that was a video that me and my mate Dave did a couple of years ago. But yeah, you gave it a shake and it was just full. So as soon as I thought, if this little brass thing that's 100 million years old with the technology is the same as these floats, then yeah, there's a chance of that happening too. Yeah, there you go. What a bastard. HZ Stato with a 350 Chevy. Oh yes. I don't mind those 70s General Motors vehicles. They go alright. Actually, have a look at my gasket. There's sort of metal stuff everywhere. I haven't done a very good job of cleaning this out when I've helicored the shit out of everything. That's my diagnosis, folks. Let's just start putting some stuff over here. For a heavy car, it went well. Well, with a 350 in it, I reckon it probably would go pretty well. Was she tickle up? Loved the fuel. Don't they all? it's amazing, like why I started pulling this apart and thinking that surely there's going to be a better way. When I used to cruise down to the peninsula, I would have to fill it up on Eastlink on the way down, and then I'd have to fill it up on the way back. It would just, this has got 3.5 gears in it. I don't know what did your rear end ratio, Eric? But I got 3.5s in this. Although you're barely on the throttle when you're cruising, yeah, it sucked the juice. I was convinced that this was not normal behaviour, even though yeah, it's got a little bit of a cam in it. No idea. No, fair enough. Fair enough. What have you got now? Have you got anything in your shed at the moment? So yeah, to everyone. There you go. Yeah, so 3-speed, no overdrive. Same as this thing. Look at that. Just the shit in here. Unreal. VE Daniel. Oh, there you go. I got rid of mine a couple of years ago. They weren't bad cars, the VEs. They drove like they drove good. Does that look okay? Can you see that? Does that look all right from there? I'm calling that okay. I'm just going to chuck it over near the computer. That one there. It's a bit of shit here, actually. Now, I had no agenda tonight, folks, apart from this. I was just talking to you lot about whatever subjects you had on your mind or whatever cars you wanted to talk about. It was just a way for me to get this job done, but also engage with yourselves. Because if you've ever tried this YouTube caper and you want to make good stuff, it takes a bit of effort. it's hard work with not a lot of time up your sleeve. So this is a new caper for me. So hit me with whatever you want to chat about. 300k still going. Yeah, nice. Is it an LS or is it a 6-cylinder? My Calais was one of the early L98s. I had 140,000 on it, 141,000 on it. Yeah, nice. Have you done any lifters? Because everyone, when I want to sold mine, everyone asks me, oh, is it done its lifters? Is it done this? Is it done that? I went through about 10 water pumps. 3 alternators, 2 or 3 alternators. All the hoses. I don't think it did a radiator. But apart from that, it was pretty good. Like, just got to the point of, hey, well done. Yeah, it was time for something new. And it was I sold mine at what I call peak COVID time, where I tried selling it like 2017, 2018, and I couldn't give it away. I could not give it away for 11 grand. With, yeah, you had a typical Commodore. No, mine wasn't typical, Matto. I had a bloody Calais. I had the good one. I had a Calais V8. Black on black, no sunroof, and a tow bar. I've still got the tow bar here. And I could give it away for 11 grand in 2017. I tried to sell it because I was looking at an E55 in Sydney. It had been for sale for about 10 months. And I finally thought, bugger it, that's the car I want. Common. Yeah, righto. Righto. And yeah, people came nitpicking it. Your auto's clunky. Oh, it's a bit this, it's a bit that. I'm like, it's a V8 Commodore that's 10 years old. If you've not driven one before, the autos aren't what you'd call, what's a polite way to say? They're ticking time bombs if you don't look after them. But, yeah, I got jack of it. The Merc sold that I wanted, and I thought, stuff, I'm going to keep it. Then, Fast forward 4 years, COVID hit, and then I put 20 grand on it, and I had to bat people away. And I did no negotiating, nothing, straight out. Everyone says that it will be a good car in many, many years, but I had it for over 10 years, so time to go. What VS HSV did you have, Matto? Oh, nice, Eric. Calais V as well. Mate, you're in good company. It's a good car. 300,000. Has anything let you down on it? Have you had to do anything that's not normal maintenance on that car with 300,000? I'm also interested in the squeak and bumpability. Squeak and bumpability, like squeak and rattles. What's the story with your squeaks and rattles? Mine had a few. That really gave me the shits. You had a Senator, Matto. Now, was it a 215 or was it a 185? 215 with the Hydra-Track diff. And I know the green you're talking about. Bermuda, I think it is. Or Capricorn, I think it was Bermuda green. Yeah, bloody ripper colour. You had an electric fault. Coils, ignition. I thought the VSs are okay. Apart from the immobiliser on the VSs, I had a VS exec. Not the bloody Senator, thank you very much. And every now and again on the VS, you had to put the key in the door and unlock it and lock it like that because the immobiliser would shit itself. Your computer stuffed up. You put a VS. Oh, okay, so you got the touchscreen, Eric, with, was it Holden IQ or something? I saw a lot of blokes do that. It's better sat-nav. It modernises the car a lot, I thought. I thought the Series 2 updates they did for the VE before they did to the VF were pretty good. As a Holden update, anyway. Compared to Matto and your VS, the VS Series 1 and the VS Series 2, they changed the garnish, put slightly different seats in, and put Series 2 badging on. There may have been some little tinker things here and there that were like hand-me-downs from GM in the States. But yeah, the longer things went, the better that they got. What's this brake light? Yeah, good. I reckon that's pretty clean in here. All right, there you go. My stacker shit itself. Oh yeah, I had a leak in my exhaust as well. It sounded pretty ordinary. You could hear it along the side of the car, but yeah, I got that patched up before I sold it. What's I saying? Company Vic. I reckon I saw those guys because my stacker shit itself, and then I went and saw a company in Vic out in the east. They had a heap of stuff to yeah, either upgrade or replace. So I needed a new head unit. And look, we sort of got to the point of, I never used it anyway, I just used the auxiliary and an iPod, but every time you got in the car, it would beep at you to tell you that the stacker wasn't working. Like, wouldn't you know? So I would have left it dead because really no one, whoever bought it probably would have put something else in there anyway. But every time I got in that freaking thing, beep, 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 beep. That gave me the shits with the VE. Yeah, you can see what's going on down here. Whoop. But apart from that, it's a pretty good car. I'm losing people from the stream, so if you're obviously not finding this that invigorating, that's okay. It's nice to have you stop by. There is a lot of gunk in here, folks. I actually didn't appreciate how much shit gets caught in these fuel bowls. How clean do they need to be? Since they're off, they're going to get the royal treatment. Oh, yours is a modified computer. Oh, someone had tickle it up, Matto. back in those days, tuning was like that sort of tuning was a bit pretty high tech, wasn't it? I found out that my modern vehicle has had the computer tampered with. So it's got a stock tune on it now, but yeah, if you have a look at the ECU and the E63, you can see someone's actually pried the bloody thing open like that, and then put it down. So when you look at it, it should be flat and sandwiched. But yeah, someone 10 years ago has opened that up. So I don't know. Again, touch wood that thing doesn't let me down. Right, let's put these fuel bowls aside. I reckon they're okay. What's making that noise? There's no fuel in it. That's a lot of money back then, $1,500. Shit. All right, let's put these aside. Move on to other bits and pieces. So here's the main body. Let's just blow out the these bits, metering blocks. Remind me to reset the idle as well before I turn all this back. I'll put all this back together. I'll set my primary. There's a little bit of shit across this too. Automotive lighting customers. I don't know if those were the guys. Anyway. But there's a few mobs that do it. See, a few more have joined. G'day, how you going? The goal tonight is that we're just pulling apart the carby, giving it a blow apart because a bit of shit got stuck in my needle and seat the other week, and well, it left me on the side of the road. So yeah, feel free to jump in the chat, chat about whatever you want, guys. You are here. I'm here to amuse me just as much as you guys are here to keep me sane. Who we got? Miami boys. G'day. Good, mate. Now, Miami boys, you're a northern suburbs local, I think, from memory. If I remember my subscribers' whereabouts and where we get up to. Yeah, going well, mate. Hope you're going all right. There's a little bit of metal fillings on this thing as well. So what we've established so far is that they're, when I've been helicoiling the main body, this is all self-inflicted because I tighten these things up too much when I've been pulling these fuel bowls on and off. I stripped them out, so I had to helicoil them and put new threads in. And whatever I've drilled out, maybe there's just been bits left over. So now this is the result, just shit everywhere through my carby, which, yeah, last week on my little live and on the Instagram live as well, everyone said, yeah, bit of shit stuck in your needle and seat. That'll definitely flood it because I had fuel gushing through the primary boosters. So not fun. Don't recommend it. Not something that I would put on a bucket list. Ah, there you go. Oh, yep. All right, there you go. I was right. I remember. Nice, mate. And you had, I can't remember what cars you had, mate. You had a, it was one or two Ford-powered vehicles from memory. I hope these gaskets don't shit. Look, like if these withstand fuel, they should withstand a bit of brake clean, surely. There we go. That looks okay. Any bits of crap left on there? Oh, I'm happy with that. I'm going to put that in the done pile. Now here's our metering block. Don't touch the idle screws. I might get some WD-40 and blow the jets out. What do you reckon? You got like 20 cars. Bloody hell, mate! How many of them are running? See, I've played this game before with a few people, and they've gone, "Oh, I've got a heap of cars." And then the next question is, how many of them are running and on the road? And then they go, "Oh, 4." So, what percentage of your cars are running? And that'll give me an indication if, like, what sort of a car person are you. But that's pretty impressive though. And I'm tipping you've either got a factory or you've got a nice, decent property up there where you're storing all. That's and yeah, tell us what are your favourite ones. I always wonder if I had a lot more cars, how much, like, I barely get a chance to drive this thing. Last year I drove it 7 times. I signed the book 7 times. Most of them are sitting at the moment. Ah, there you go. So you've got some projects. Oh, you got a farm up there. There you go. Oh, that makes it a bit easier. Still, it's pretty good. But yeah, I barely find time to drive that. So I drove that 7 times last year. And my goal this year was to drive it at least, I think I set a goal of at least 20. So once every couple of weeks. But I'm up to, I think, 10 or 11. Man, you had 21 when I was living in Baronia, 16 running. You had 21. Maddo, bloody hell. Have you still got your flogger, Maddo? And Miami boys, what's your piece de resistance? What's the thing that, like, if you had to showcase to someone? Yeah, let's come back down here so you can see what's going on. What's the one you tell people that, yeah, I've got one of these, and people go, whoa. Just blowing shit out of the channels. Now, I think this problem was in the primary bowl because it was the primary boosters that were leaking. But I think we solved it last week. But this is just for good measure because it's a part, and if it shits itself again. Last year, Dano drove his F6 once. Bloody hell. Look, life gets in the way. And I've actually got flagged. I actually want to make a video. Here, talk to me again. I actually want to talk about that because that thing over there, oh, you can't see it. That hasn't moved in 2 years. And I haven't started in 2 years. Life just gets in the way. And sometimes when, like, especially important stuff happens, and Matto, you've probably been through this a bit. When important things happen, cars just drop to the bottom of your priority list. And that's okay. I always used to laugh at mates that have engines, right? I'm building an engine, or I'm building this, I'm building that. And you go to their place like 5 or 6 years later, and it's still sitting there. I've become that bloke. Because I've had, I bought that 302 in 2017, I think. And I bought the stand, I've got the crane, I've got the whole lot. I've even got, come over here. Come on, let's go for a walk. That way I can come to the fridge too and get myself a refreshment. I've even got a rotating assembly down here. That's a 393 stroker crank. And I've got 30 over pistons, rods, the whole lot, which I bought on one of those like old school eBay sales. Hang on, come back here. Yeah, ages ago. And I thought, yeah, beauty, I've got all the bottom end stuff. I just need the heads and the cam now. I can throw it together. 2017. I'm going to have a better beer. Time for a drink. So I get it. I completely get it. So, Miami, what did you say? What do I mean? What's going on here? How come I can't see anything? Live chat. I can't see the chat on here. I'll have to look on the thing. What do I mean by, like, if you had to tell someone, a car person, about your collection of vehicles, what would be the one that you would say, I've got one of these, and that they would go, pro? You got a 393 stroke and X8 GT. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that one gets me a bit firm. So, perfect. That's almost like, yeah, nice one. I don't mind AFD. I looked at AFD heads. I looked at CHI heads. I looked at doing Rico standard ones. But yeah, the goal for that would be, yeah, about 500 and 500 foot-pound. That'll be enough for, you know, those things and the rear tyres and the chassis and the rest of it. That's awesome. Did you say it was a top loader or was it an auto? No, you didn't say. Was it auto or did you have a top loader in it? That's very nice. That would smoke them. Oh, I forgot I said I wasn't going to drink tonight. I've got things to do. That looks pretty clean. I can't get any more shit out of this if I tried. I could bath it, but come on. This is just for effect. Auto. Yeah, still, it would move and shake. Now, do you drive that one much, mate? Because that, yeah, that'd be a very, very nice car to cruise in. That'd be primaries done. What jets did I have in these? 69s, I think I had. Yeah. Sounds very angry. Oh, bloody hell. Absolutely it would. You can't beat cubes and a cam for that sort of sound of aggression. Would an 82 Rangy with a 185 HSV motor be okay? Is that what you got left, Matto? I thought you had a flogger left. I've seen a few. That used to be something popular back in the day. Before Barras and LSs, people used to put ejected 5 litres in all sorts of shit, didn't they? Oh, it's still sitting in the shed. Oh, yeah, you're like me then. Sat there because it's been doing housework. Mate, the story is all too common. Life gets in the way. And look, life's important. It's important to... Oh, let me just make sure I don't hang up on this live stream. Life's important. Shit happens that's more important than cars. Which makes it all the more special when you do get to play with them. You appreciate it a bit more, I reckon. Rangy blew an oil pump. Oh, so the Rangy engine shit itself, so you put a 185 in it. Explain to me, is this a current vehicle matter or one of your past ones? For these fumes. I'm still young about doing stuff, running around doing housework. Past. Maybe, boys, mate, that's commendable. That's good. That's a good thing, mate. And Matto, yeah, that would have been pretty reasonable. I thought you were a Ford man, though, Matto. I had you sold as a Ford man. Anyone else out there in the comments want to jump in? I'm happy to keep talking to Matto and my mate from the northern suburbs here, Miami boys. If anyone else is in there that wants to get in, say good day, please do. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's better than what it was. Less material in there. This is my secondary metering block. Now, yeah, this looks all right. But we'll clean it out because it's out. So we'll spray a bit of shit. Yeah, can you see that? Just trying to frame it so you can see what's going on. Spray a bit of shit through the jet passages. Clean the jets out. Clean them out through here. This is your power valve block off. Never understood why, like reading forums and stuff, that people would put power valves in their secondaries, because by the time that your secondaries open up, wouldn't you have no vacuum anyway? I'm not a carby person, as in I don't profess to be an expert. But that to me doesn't make sense. I am in Greensboro, mate. So I am down the road from you, Mr. Miami. So, yeah, hence why when, I think there's a couple of videos you saw me on either the bypass or Grimshaw Street. And when people make those comments, I'm like, oh, I bet you mustn't be too far away. I've seen your XW for once, Ford territory, the lights. There you go. If it was in the last 2 years, I could probably remember it because you had the car out a handful of times. There you go. I have to next time you see it, just give me a middle finger or something. And I'll call your name out and I'll recognise it. That's pretty cool. I know where Matto is. Well, Matto lives here. So, just to digress a little bit, because this is a little bit, the baby back. See, it would have been, yeah, the last 2 years then, because that's when I've had the Max's kids seat there. If you can remember, if the seat was facing forward or backwards. If it was backwards, it would have been last year. Forwards, it would have been towards the end of this year, last year or this year. He loves it too. But he's also becoming quite aware. Hang on. I can't tell if he's screaming or not. Yeah, he's become quite aware that Daddy's car's broken a lot. Talk to me for a second. So we'll come out to the garage and he goes, there's Daddy's green car. It's Daddy's green car. Daddy's green car. We'll go cruising and listen to music because he loves sitting in the back and he bangs his head when I put the music on and makes all the car noises. But it's become, when your child notices things, you know you've got to change your behaviour. So whenever we come outside now, he looks at the green car and goes, Daddy's green car's broken. Daddy's green car's broken. And I've got to keep saying, yes, mate, it's broken, but I'll fix it. Daddy, fix it. But it's broken. This green car's broken. And then when my dad comes over, we come out the garage and he goes, where's Pop's car? Because that's his GT. And he points at mine and goes, Daddy's green car's broken. So I am determined for Daddy's green car not to be broken and for it to no longer be the bane of my existence. Look, I've blown this through with WD-40. Do I have carb cleaner? I don't know what else I can do. Maybe I'll clean out the main body. Give the main body some love. So I'll put that over here in the done pile. Let's have a look at this thing. Actually, have a look at the bottom of it. Oh, the bloody gasket's still stuck to it. Just chuck that back on the car. failed to proceed. Matto, he was actually with me when it shit itself on the Greensboro Highway. And yeah, I had to explain to him there, and then that his green car's broken. Yeah, nice. Cheers. Yeah, look, I don't know why more people don't put GS stuff in Fairmonts. Like, one thing that shits me, I'm going to go off in a second here, but one thing that shits me is that it's so easy to put, like, black out your bonnet and put a couple of stripes on, and all of a sudden it's a GT mock-up. But people never finish GT mock-ups. They always look half done. They've either got stripes on the bonnet but no blackout on the boot, or they've got no like stripes down the side, a GT steering wheel but no GT dash, or they've got the dash and the bonnet done and it still says Falcon 500 across the back and it's got Falcon 500 interior. Now, I know that to do this exercise, if you don't have a Fairmont as a base, is a shit, because you've got to get the door trims, you've got to get the seats, you probably need spotlights and other stuff like that too. But if you don't want to do that, if you're not going to go all in, don't do it, is what I'll tell people. Like, don't half start your GT mock-up. So with this, for me, this was never going to be a GT. I like the idea of having a Fairmont. And yeah, I just wanted it to be the top line Fairmont. So yeah, the GS dash looks really good, nice and fresh, and it's black, so it doesn't kick you in the face. And I really like the GS steering, because again, you don't see many people put GS badges on a steering wheel. They go, oh, it's a GT wheel, and they just chuck the GT wheel on. So, say who did I call? I think I called my wife inside the house, so she could hear the car from the house rather than the car through the phone when I call her. So yeah, the hands-free, it's pretty good. I've resisted putting an old school, like one of those radios where you can hide the Bluetooth radio behind like the super fringe face, because they're like $700 or $800 or something. Whereas that head unit's only about $300, I think, in there. All I wanted was Bluetooth, so I could just put songs on it and chuck the phone in the console and away we go. Yeah, it looks really clean, nice inside the car. Like, apart from a bit of carpet I fucked up, it's pretty good. Yeah, that's it, man. I made it mine. But I hope I don't go to many shows, but I hope when I go to shows or I go places, people look at it and go, oh, that's a pretty good job. T Dave. G'day, mate. Thanks for joining in. It's almost a customised XW Fairmont GS. Stripes down the side will look good. Funny you should say that. This did have the